and welcome to this session on Countersink, Counterbore and ream split fit. Let us begin with the session.
Let us look at the objectives of this session. At the end of this session, you will be able to mark the lines as per drawing, drill, countersink, counterbore and ream the holes, finish to size and shape, make split fit. Let us learn the procedure of drilling, countersinking, counterboring and reaming a hole. This procedure consists of 4 main steps. Step 1. Preparing the workpiece. Step 2. Drilling. Step 3. Countersinking and counterboring. Step 4. Checking and evaluating. Now let us learn all the steps one by one. Let us prepare the workpiece. First, check the raw material size with steel rule. Hold part 1 in benchwise. Cut and remove excess metal by hacksawing. File to size and shape as per drawing. Similarly, repeat the above process in part 2 and complete the job. Now, let us work with part 3. Mark the dimension lines as per drawing and punch witness marks. Cut and remove excess metal by sawing and file to size and shape as per drawing. File and finish to overall size of part 3 to the size of 29 mm by 29 mm by 9 mm, maintaining parallelism and perpendicularity. Next, let us move on to the countersinking and counterboring stage. Match part 1, 2, 3 and make 3 pieces as split fit. Finally, check and evaluate the workpieces. Deburr in all the surfaces and corners of the jobs. Mark the hole centers and punch in part 1 and 2 as per drawing. Now let us move on to the drilling stage. Fix the job in drilling machine wise. Make pilot drill holes in the marked areas. After pilot drilling, use 6 mm dia drill and drill through holes as per drawing. Similarly, change over to dia 9.8 mm drill and enlarge the previously drilled holes as per drawing. Fix the countersink tool in drilling machine and countersink 2 holes to the required depth. Similarly, fix counterbore tool in drilling machine and counterbore 2 holes to the required depth. Ream in a dia 9.8 mm 2 drilled holes using dia 10 mm hand reamer with wrench. Now, let us learn about the process of countersinking. Countersinking is an operation of beveling the end of a drilled hole. The tool used is called a countersink. Fix the job in the machine vise and set it square. Align the machine spindle with the drilled hole to be countersunk. Fix the countersink tool on the machine spindle without disturbing the alignment. Set the spindle speed of the drilling machine. The cutting speed of countersinking is 1/3 of drilling speed. Countersink the hole to a depth equal to the head length of the screw head. Next, let us learn about the process of counterboring. Counterboring is an operation of enlarging the diameter of an existing hole to a given depth with the help of a counterbore tool. Select the counterbore tool according to the screw size. Let us now learn the process of counterboring. Fix the job in the machine vise, square to the axis of the machine spindle. Set the location of the drilled hole position using the correct diameter drills. Align the spindle axis with the drilled hole. For accurate work, we need to drill and counterbore in one setting. Mount and fix the counterbore tool on the drilling machine spindle. Set the spindle speed of the drilling machine without disturbing the alignment. Counterbore the hole to a depth slightly more than the thickness of the screw head. Use the depth stop arrangement for controlling the depth of the counterbore tool. Check the depth of the counterbored hole with the help of vernier caliper. Next, let us learn about reaming of drilled holes using hand reamer. A reamer is a multi-point cutting tool used for finishing previously drilled holes to accurate sizes. Reaming produces high-quality surface finish and dimensional accuracy to close limits. Reamers are classified as hand reamers and machine reamers. Hand reaming is done manually, for which great skill is needed. Machine reamers are fitted on spindles of machine tools and rotated for reaming. To determine the size of reamer, drill size equals reamer size minus undersize plus oversize. Now let's begin with the reaming stage. Fix the work in the bench vise. Use vise clamps to protect the finished surfaces. Ensure that the job is in position. Fix the wrench on the square end and place the reamer vertically in the hole. Check the alignment with the tri-square and make corrections if necessary. Turn the wrench in a clockwise direction, applying a slight downward pressure at the same time. Apply pressure evenly at both ends of the wrench. Apply cutting fluid intermittently. Turn the wrench steadily and slowly, maintaining the downward pressure. Ream the hole through. Ensure that the taper lead length of the reamer comes out well and clear from the bottom of the work. Remove the reamer with an upward pull until the reamer is clear of the hole. Now let us get into the checking stage. Remove the burrs from the bottom of the reamed hole, clean the hole. Check the accuracy with the standard cylindrical pins. Now let's learn the precautions to be taken while reaming. Do not turn in the reverse direction. It will scratch the reamed hole. Do not allow the end of the reamer to strike on the vise.
To recap, we have learned to mark the lines as per drawing, drill, countersink, counterbore and ream the holes, finish to size and shape, make split fit. So that's all about countersink, counterbore and ream split fit. Hope you have understood all the concepts and exercises. See you in the next session.